Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Risings, 10th House Stelliums, Saturn aspect heavy charts, and basically everyone should be watching Capricorn readings right now. Welcome to your tarot reading, my dear. Welcome to Capricorner. I am Natalie of the Watch Natalie channel, spelled N-A-T-A-L-E-E. Okay, so guys, we are going to be using this gorgeous, lovely fairy deck. It's one of my favorite new decks that I've gotten into the flow of things. Okay, Capricorn. So, welcome to Capricorn season officially. I can just hear it now. No, people are going, oh, because it's just, if you're not down with the Capricorn energy, I feel like people really resent Capricorn energy. I don't know why that's coming up right now. Okay, so, tuning into the energies. I picked up, first of all, it feels like a warm, settled, homey feeling. And yes, for some of you, it's bourbon or brandy or alcohol where it's that like warm, cozy, sitting inside of yourself feeling. Yes, that's true for some of you that are enjoying libations this Capricorn holiday season. For others of you, this is how you feel and what it feels like here. They're showing me, I don't know where this is. It could be anywhere in the world, I suppose, but it's somewhere where there's mountains and snow, and maybe people go skiing, sledding, snowboarding. But there's like a lodge. There's some warm, cozy, like warm place that you're sitting in, or that, for the purpose of this, for some of you, this is like a literal thing. For some of you, this is more metaphor. But what they're telling me about this is that while on the one hand, yes, you do feel warm and safe and satisfied, and it's because you're resting from a huge something. You're resting from a massive loss or a massive win, a massive divorce, marriage, vacation. It feels like the entire year. No, it feels heavier than that. It feels like the weight of the decade. It feels, but here's the thing. Here's the thing is that you have succeeded. So even if you have been financially defeated or emotionally defeated or, defeated in any other way, shape, or form, you're winning now, and you've won now because of your perspective and because of the wisdom that you've gained. And here's the thing, guys, is that I know it's so Capricorn. It's not completely over. What this feels like is that you're in this spot. You've had all this stuff happening in your past, your recent past decade, whatever. And you're in a good place right now. You're safe, you're healthy, you overwork, but then you play harder, or, you work really hard and then you work yourself to exhaustion. So you could be a little bit better with the self-care. But what they're telling me is that you're in a pretty much good place. You might have down days, you might have, moments throughout the day where your mood dips and you're like super depressed for like 2 hours, but then you're back up and you get yourself back together. My Way by Frank Sinatra. They just channeled that to me. That's for some of you have been either playing that song a lot, or that's just the feeling of it, where I don't even want to get into the lyrics of that song because I'm gonna get super, oh my god, I gotta look up those lyrics anyway. So yeah, so it's like My Way, that Frank Sinatra song where, you're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you're not going to let it get you down because this big old world keeps spinning around. All right, Capricorn. So it feels like, yes, you've conquered quite a bit emotionally, perspectively, spiritually, in any other way, shape, or form. But there's still all of this ahead of you. There's still so much ahead of you that you've got to, I don't want to say manage. It's more like you've got to something. You've got to something. Maybe it's deal with it, or it's, I'm not sure if it's completely deal with it in the terms of it's all going to be hard and it's going to stay hard and you're in a very small interim between all of these difficult life things. It doesn't necessarily feel like that. And it doesn't necessarily feel like you're at the absolute end of everything stressful ever and that you're only going to be in euphoria for the rest of all time. It's not like that either. It really feels like you've got some resilience and some greater tools to deal with whatever life throws at you. And what you do have to look forward to, it's actually feeling like it's going to take up a lot more energy as well. So even if these things are great, and even if they are welcome changes, they are changes that are going to take from you still. Take your energy, your, your emotional commitment, the Ace of Cups. Whoa. Super emotional commitment. Ace of Cups with the Priest, which is the Hierophant. Wow, you guys. So this is about something that you've either committed to emotionally that's really intense and really long lasting. Like this could even be like a religious thing that you committed to, or that you took an oath of some sort. There's some dedication here for you, Capricorn, that you either did this in the past where you said, I'm going to, this could even be a relationship. This could actually absolutely be a marriage for some of you, the Ace of Cups with the Hierophants, like typical, and this would say, if that's resonating with you, that would tell us that this marriage, when you took these vows, they were completely authentic. Completely authentic. Your heart was there. The emotion was there. The commitment was there. Okay, so for some of you, this is relationship. This is, it could be a creative, I'll hold off on the creative bit, but what I'm getting mostly from this Priest energy is the institution of it. I'm so sorry. It's the institution of whatever this, I'm sorry, I'm just going to do that for the rest of my life now. It's the structure. Thank you. It's your emotional investment in whatever structure that this is. So for some of you, this could have been family. This could have been a friend group. This could have been a work situation. Excuse me. But whatever it was, or whatever this is, because this could still be coming up for you. So for some of you, this is around the corner. This is the next energy that you can expect. Okay, so you'll know how this kind of resonates for you in your life. This was either something that you did commit to, and if so, you can expect some development with that coming up, or this is something that you're going to recommit to, that you're going to recommit to this. It's like, what's that called? Remarry? No. Renew the vows. Renewing the vows. Okay, guys, so and I want to say that applies to whatever has your heart invested, whatever this emotional investment is, because with the Ace of Cups, it's overflowing. So whatever you love dearly, whatever just causes you to gush and burst at the seams, that's what we're talking about here. Which is really impressive because they're giving me this like exhaustion. And now they're telling me that, what's that one song? And I would walk 1,000 miles and I would walk 1,000 more. But he's the man who'd walk 1,000 miles and fall down at your door. So this is you walking the 1,000 miles, Capricorn, and not falling at anyone's door. Just like you don't even know that you're dying, that your flesh is peeling off and you're just like a skeleton going towards your objective to achieve, because that's like what you're programmed to want to do, is achieve what you set out to achieve, and you just don't even notice yourself falling apart because you're just that like, so even though this is, and I don't even want to say it's a break, because honestly we are in Capricorn season, so everyone else is like la 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 holidays, but Capricorn's like, how am I going to get to the next step? That's just a they're showing me the whole level thing. So for Capricorns, what is very typical of Capricorn energy as far as how Capricorn gets ahead. So for instance, Cancerians, they're the crabs. So they move, it's your opposite sign, by the way. They scuttle. They scuttle to the left and they scuttle to the right. And they just go side by side. And everyone looks at them. They're just going to the side, scuttling to the side, scuttling to the side. And then before you know it, they're at the finish line. You're like, how did that happen? They go through this indirect, scuttly, sideways way. Capricorn's different. Capricorn will put their stability and security first, and then put their ambition a little bit higher than that. And then when they achieve that ambition, they move up that stability and security so that now they're stable in this new plateau of success. And then they go ahead and inch up that ambition. And it's like one follows the other until they are running the show. And that's the thing with most Capricorns, is that they don't care how long it takes, because they know how to play the long game. They know how to be patient. They know how to persevere. They know how to win the end of everything, and instead of just cashing everything in for instant gratification. So yeah, this feels like a little break, but it's in no way, shape, or form a break. Because even in your break, even when you're drinking, even when you're having holidays with your family, even when you're just not drinking, for those of you in recovery, or you just don't, it's not your thing, you're smoking pot, whatever you're doing, you're still thinking about this thing that has possessed you, that has possessed your actual soul, dare I say. Because with this priest energy, it's just very committed. It's like, it's overflowing. Now think of something that's overflowing, and then think of all of that overflowing going right to one thing. So it's like this commitment, I feel like, is growing. It's not letting up. No matter how difficult this has been for you, Capricorn, it's like, well, all right, if I make it in 5 years, if I make it in 50 years, whatever, I can wait. You know, it's this really, Six of Cups. It's this really ambitious energy. Six of Cups, does it show? Oh wait, it sort of does. Okay, if in this deck, you see that she's actually looking into this little bubble, and you see these hands clasped around another little bubble. This is something that you've been dreaming about, that you've been wanting since a small child for a lot of you. This could be that you always wanted to be in love. You always wanted to find love. And if you're single, and if we're going to keep this going, and if this continues to fall in line with your resonance, with the things that resonate with you, because the different little details are like offshoots for all of you different guys and girls. So some of those will resonate, some of those won't. If this is resonating for you though, this is so far bringing to fruition this really deep desire for love and commitment. Because the Six of Cups is all about that nostalgia. It's about the past. It's a soulmate card. It's a little bit reincarnation energy for me right now. This is something that you could have not been able to achieve in a prior lifetime. That's feeding why you're like hell-bent on achieving this now. And there is this, I thought about like, oh, is achievement the right word? But they're telling me, yes, it is. It is the right word. Achievement is the right word. Absolutely correct. Whoa. That was so fancy. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it just went like, it was kind of crazy. And it's the Chariot. Okay, so this is success. This is victory. This is swift victory. So with this eclipse for you guys, excuse me, with this eclipse, you can notice some rapid developments with this thing, with this relationship, with this person, with this objective, whatever it is you're trying to achieve. So that's why it's a really good thing that I feel like you're in this sort of energy of, I'm chilled, I'm relaxed, I put in a lot of hard work. I know I have a lot of work ahead of me, and I feel okay about that. And I just want to make the next right decision that's going to take me closer to this achievement that I want for myself, or that I want for my family or my business, whatever this is for you. This Chariot is telling us that you are going to get there quicker than you think, which is really smart, because I feel like I have my Mars in Aries, so I'm not the best patient Capricorn. I feel like this is a lot better for those of you Capricorns who are good at patience. So for those of us that are not good at patience, this might not feel fast enough. Okay, so just keep that in mind as far as perspective. So I feel like this, I'm sorry, I'm just pushing this with my foot here. So for those of you who are really good at patience, you Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Risings, 10th House Stellium, Saturn aspect heavy charts, Saturn-Prominents, Saturn on the Ascendant, or anyone who's watching Capricorn just to get that Capricorn energy going for themselves in this, annular solar eclipse Capricorn energy, you should know that cultivating patience will be your friend at this time, because then this will feel even faster. A watched pot never boils. Am I right? Yeah. So if you're watching the pot, you're like, oh, it's going to feel like forever. It's going to feel like forever and a day. So just, go back into that energy that I was picking up with you guys, where you're just sort of, taking a load off, taking a little bit of a break. Your mind is still going. Your heart is still invested in whatever this is, absolutely. But it doesn't mean that it has to feed you any sort of stress or anxiety, and I'm not getting that. So if you are experiencing stress and anxiety, I can tell you right now to reconnect with this original emotional commitment that you made to this thing. And when I say reconnect, I don't mean relive all of your worst memories of it and all of the hardest times that it's been with this marriage, this person. This could, for some of you, this is even a relationship with a child or someone younger than you. They're just giving me this again differently. I mean reconnect with it in the sense of the purest form of the energy. Because when we replay a memory in our minds and we live it all over again and we feel those emotions all over again, we're actually changing our connection. We're actually changing our memory of what happened. We're changing our connection to those memories. We're changing our connections to those events and those people so that we remember them as more intense, more vivid, or we upplay all of the best parts, downplay the worst emotions, or vice versa. And when you do that over and over for years and years, it creates big manifestations of things that can grow into like these big monsters that can kind of control your life. I didn't mean to get all there, go there with it. I'm just trying to clarify this for you, for those of you who might need this to be explained very explicitly. I want you to be able to get it too. Okay? I mean, go back to the love, the pure, pure love. So if this is a person that you're trying to, if this is a marriage, this feels like something else happening. It doesn't feel like a betrayal. It doesn't feel like anything between you two. It feels like maybe other things have been alienating you from each other, or other things have been difficult to deal with as a couple, as a unit. So for those of you where that applies, what I mean when I say reconnect to the energy is reconnecting to that love that you have for this person, and don't go through everything that you guys have actually been through. Just put all of that aside for like a second and let yourself try and connect with that deep, deep love for this, and stew in that, marinate in that. And before you know it, things are going to feel lighter between you two. Things are going to feel, and it'll go a long way in terms of undoing some of the traumas that you've been through as a couple, that you guys have been through together. Okay, so that's for those of you who are marrieds. For those of you where this is something that's just very important to you, something that this could even be like a vow that you made to yourself. Like when you were a little child, the Six of Cups, when you were a little child, it's like maybe you wished upon a star, or you promised yourself that you would never give up on yourself, that you would, when you grew up one day, you were going to go do this, or you're going to go do that. That's the feeling that you need to reconnect with. And not everything that's happened to you, not your decade of homelessness that you had to survive, not your abuse that you endured after you made this oath to yourself, not being shuffled around different orphanages or foster homes, all of that stuff. Take all of that away from your energy and reconnect with your focus. This is going to keep you on the right track to winning, because you've already come so far, overcoming what you had to overcome in order to get here. Okay, so that took an immense amount of strength. And I'm getting a lot of pressure, that there's been a lot of pressure on you guys, or whoever it is that I'm channeling. And not all of the pressure was just Capricorn putting a lot of pressure on themselves. I mean, you were actually under some immense pressure to accomplish other things, or, whatever it was for you, or however worked out in your life. Maybe you were a sibling that had to take care of your younger siblings because mom or dad just decided they wanted to just party. And you were like, well, I feel responsible. I can't just let my siblings degenerate into degenerates, and someone's got to feed everybody. Whatever it was for you. They gave me that one specific example, but it's however it's resonating for you guys. It's reconnecting with this thing, this passion that feeds your soul. Okay, they're wanting me to tell you to come back to that, because like I said, the Chariot will move this forward really fast. Look at those birds, by the way. Excuse me. These birds are so wicked cool, right? They are sphinxes and the Rider-Waite and everything, but in this fairy deck, they are these taloned things. Why is that getting me? Hold on. Birds of a feather. What does that mean? Birds of a feather. What's the next message for Capricorn, please? 9 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather flock together. It will be your kind. It sounds so elitist, but this is so Capricorn. This is so solar eclipse Capricorn energy. It will be those who are like you, your kind, your tribe, your people, that will help you move this Chariot forward. And with the 9 of Cups, with the 2 of Pentacles, you're still you do have the 9 of Cups energy. So you do have great connections. You do have, and when I say connections, I don't mean the skeezy sounding connections, oh, you get a good connection network, not like that. I mean actually connecting with another human being. You do have that 9 of Cups connection with someone, but it's either you or they are very busy. So it comes in between being able for this connection to really fully express itself, to really be very... this is very simple. You just have to put more into this connection. That's wow. I'm glad we got that out, because what we're going to do, guys, we're doing 30 minutes on YouTube and then 30 minutes in the extended. In the extended, what I'm going to do is clarify all of the cards that we have on the table with this deck, which just happens to have the Wheel of Fortune at the very bottom. But with the fairy deck here, we have the Ace of Cups with the Priest, just like a quick little mid recap. Okay, this is that emotional investment that you made. But I feel like it's more than an emotional investment. With the Priest, it has this energy of, I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. I'm just kidding. But it's I solemnly swear to myself, to thine own self be true. Whatever it was for you. And I do feel like this is very private. This is between you and yourself. Okay, with the 6 of Cups, it's you reconnecting with this energy. It's you reconnecting with this energy of, 7-year-old you. Okay. And it's because you're in a place of, it's not an interim, it's in a place of reflecting on the past and looking towards the future. That's the spot you're in. That's the spot that I'm channeling this, whichever Capricorns that I'm channeling that are going to be watching this in real time or watching this in 2025. This is it. It's and I feel like for a lot of you, you're either in this stage where you're either going to get this for yourself, remember this for yourself. You're in this stage, the 6 of Cups, where you are remembering. And I mean remembering with your soul. There is an incarnational matrix energy with this. So that's what I'm saying. So from before, this could be so strong in you because you were unable to complete that in a past life. So it's really important that you get it right this time. And it's not even just pressure that you feel on you, Capricorn. It feels like just like that inner drive, like that. So if you're wondering why you're so obsessed with something, if you're wondering why you are so into something or you won't let something go, excuse me. If you're wondering why you can't let this go, Capricorn, it's because you're not meant to. It's because it's supposed to be super freaking hard for you to accomplish. But with Saturn, what you earn, you get. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So you're reconnecting, rediscovering how you feel about this, whether it's a relationship, a marriage, a commitment that you made to yourself or another person. Could even be a humanitarian project. This could be something that you committed to helping the world in some way. You know, it's like if you dreamed of being a veterinarian and everything got all messed up and now you're like, oh man, I should have been a veterinarian. It's you reconnecting with that feeling that really propelled you to want to be a veterinarian or want to be an exotic animal doctor person, or like maybe you want to treat like the lions and the tigers and the bears, oh my, and you're like, oh my God, it's too much school or whatever. But no, you're going to find that, you know, once you reconnect with that commitment that you made, this big emotional commitment to either animals or the environment or healthcare, you know, whatever it is, whatever stirs you, you're going to find that it's going to move along a lot quicker than you originally thought or that you thought before. Or that how, like, what it feels like is that it's been so long and drudgery and difficult up until this moment. Up until this like solar eclipse energy, up until the end of the year. There's only like 10 more days left in the year. It's so exciting. Oh, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for 2020. Okay, so if it's been super hard for the past 30 years, the past 15 years, the past 7 years, whatever, you know, however Saturn's and Pluto actually has been working on you in regards to this, that is also why it will feel like it's about to just happen a lot quicker, or happen very soon, or happen very easily, because of it's how hard it's been in the past. And you're going to find that that the door is going to like kind of like fall open for you. The charioteer cannot afford to make a bad decision. The charioteer cannot afford to make a bad judgment. This is really important. The charioteer has to know themselves. And I feel like up until now, it's been like trying to teach you about yourself. And it really, it sounds so Capricorn, but it's the truth. It's been building your character this entire time. How you react to people who are betraying you, who are mistreating you, who are disrespecting you, who are leading you on, feeding you lies, you know, wasting your time. You know, all of that fashions your character. All of that builds who you really are. And that's everything. Knowing who you are, being confident in who you are, that's the most important thing above any achievement. And it's been part of your incarnational purpose to solidify who you are. Oh, and they're giving me birds of a feather. Wow, this is really beautiful. So they're telling me that the charioteer having to know who they are and being able to answer the riddles of the sphinxes so that the chariot moves forward, you know, that's you standing there, you knowing who you are after having been through everything you've been through. Maybe you thought you were going to be more ruthless. This is coming through for some of you. This might be just for one person. You thought you were going to be ruthless. And when the time came, you weren't feeling it. Doesn't matter that you're able to be or not. You just weren't feeling in that vibration anymore. You've actually were given this moment to see and observe yourself, that you have evolved out of vengeance and that you only want success. You only want what you've earned. Ooh. You only want what you've earned. You don't want to take anyone else down. That's Scorpionic. That's why the Scorpio with the stinger, that's why they're the two strongest of the zodiac. The difference between Scorpio and Capricorn is that Scorpio will kill themselves to take you down, and Capricorn will not. Capricorn has the stronger self-preservation instinct. Capricorn will walk away. to keep their life, to live to die another day. Scorpio will go down with you just to take you down, okay? So you know how I feel about all this stuff and more. So what this is, Capricorn, is that you know yourself better, and you've made decisions that you can go on and live on and stand up on, you know, throughout everything that you've been through. Oh, we're running over time. But they're telling me, just really quickly before we get into the extended, they're telling me that it is who you run with. It's the birds of a feather, because you weren't able to find those people or better identify those people because you didn't know yourself yet. Okay, we're going to get into the extended and clarify all of this. I especially want to take a look at the advice. This feels like advice, the Nine of Cups with the Two of Pentacles. So we're going to take a look at which relationships and you know, how to better those relationships, or basically what they have to say about how to push this chariot along a little bit easier. Okay, guys? So if I see you on the flip side, I will see you there very shortly. If not, feel free to book a personal reading for me and reserve your spot for January. So we're going back to the 7-day turnaround in January, guys. So head on over. Everything's 25% off right now. vrtegan.com/shop, and we can add you to the mix, add you to the list. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for the next week's Capricorner. Bye.